Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kenny, and today we are going to be talking about socialism and the problems with socialism. So, there are two main things that we're going to talk about today, Keynesian economics and incentives for inventions. Those are the two things that we're going to talk about. But before we get into that, let's talk about what socialism kind of believes, and then we have a better understanding when we get into the video. So, they believe that since the 70s, the middle class have been losing money or staying the same, and the upper class has just been gaining money. And where there is some truth to that, the middle class has still been gaining money, but they see it as in, let's put it this way. The middle class has been gaining money slower than the upper class has been gaining money. So since the 70s, I believe that the upper class has gained 300% more wealth than they were making then, where the middle class is only making a small amount. But they're both raising, and that doesn't account for the amount of people who weren't working then and are working now. And there's a lot of things that go into account of numbers and stuff like that. But that's pretty much what you would hear from a socialist, right? So let's dive right into it. The first point, Keynesian economics. So what are Keynesian economics? Keynesian economics say, and sorry if I'm butchering the word, it's hard for me to say over and over again. So Keynesian economics says that you have a middle class worker, and they make money, and all of the money that they make goes back into the economy, right? So they make $50,000 a year, and they're $50,000 a year, or more than that, or less than that, whatever. And all the money that they make goes back on food, clothes, car payments, phone payments, house payments, electric bill, cable, everything, right? So all of the money that they spend goes back into the economy. Where a rich person, right, they make all their money, but you can only spend so much money in a year. So there's still leftover money, their savings. And according to Keynesian economics, and just this does make sense, they say that's bad, right? Because they're making more money, they're saving more and more and more, and then therefore that leaves less money for the middle class, right? Because they're just accruing money. Now, that would be true, and it would make complete sense. However, the one thing that people who study Keynesian economics and believe in Keynesian economics have forgotten about is banks, right? So when that rich person starts saving up all their money, they don't go and throw it in their closet or put it in their sock drawer and hide their money in there and just kind of sit on it. No, they put it into a bank. And even if the bank is offshore, they still put it into a bank. So what does that mean? That means that when your middle class worker Joe wants to go and get a loan from the bank so he can start his own business and start accruing wealth himself, he can do that because the rich people have been putting money in, so now the bank has money to loan out to other people. So the main thing that they are forgetting is banks. Without it, Keynesian economics would make a lot of sense. But thank goodness that we have somebody who will loan us money. So that's pretty much the premise of all of socialism, right? They don't want, well, not the premise of all socialism, but a lot of socialists believe in that and say, so we just need to take that money from the wealthy and even from the middle class and everybody and redistribute it evenly so everybody has enough so they can spend everything that they get. So that way we keep on jogging the economy, and that way keep on keeping productions going through and all that kind of stuff. So that's the problem with Keynesian economics. Then moving on to the second part of this video is the incentive for inventions. So what exactly do I mean by incentive for inventions? What I mean is that if we're living in a socialist society, right? So we just are getting paychecks in the mail from the government. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're working, you're going to be getting money from the government, right? So why then would you create anything new? So we all enjoy iPhones. We have a new iPhone come out every 6 months, it feels like, right? Every few months, a new iPhone, new gadgets, all sorts of new stuff are coming out. And we love it. We really just take it all in and everything. Now, without capitalism, there would be no incentive to do that. So all of these great things that we enjoy, we wouldn't have, right? Um, so that's pretty much. Oh, I can expand on it more. For instance, take this into account, right? They're gonna say, okay, no matter what you do, we are going to give you $45,000, right? Like, no, more than that. Like, whatever. It would be a small amount because of all the people. It would be a really probably small amount of money. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let's say that they are going to say, we're going to give you this much money no matter what you do. No matter how much good you do, we're going to give you this much money. Well, that's bad. Because why then do you want to stay up all night working on getting your really hard project done? Why wouldn't you just want to be the guy who gets to sit there and flip burgers and sit around all day and do nothing for your job? That sounds like a lot better of a deal than somebody who works their butt off trying to get this new great invention to come out. It's not that the middle class has to work more because they're making less. No, that's not it. They work more because they want more things, right? A middle class family in the 70s had one car. Maybe they had they didn't have much. Kids didn't have much. They were lucky if they had like AC and stuff like that. Families just didn't have the same thing that a middle class family would have today, you know? So it's just something else to take account into for all of this stuff. And anyway, if you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Let me know what you thought. Comment down below. Did you agree with me? Did you disagree with me? Anything is greatly appreciated. Okay, have a good day. Peace.